So this is June 3rd, 2025. Let's get started for tonight's program. We will have some club updates designed for us by April Thompson and voiced by yours truly. Then our membership director, Tom Moore, will instruct us on what is happening in the news around the kingdom fungi. Then the NAMA representative, Martin Livesi, will walk us through the virtual ID table, followed by our culinary chair, Cindy Connolly Ryan, with her segment From the ID Table to the Kitchen Table. Then we will have the pleasure of hearing a short presentation by our scholarship recipient Valerie Chen, titled Treasures from a Maryland Forest, Phenology of Macrofungi and Slime Molds. And then I will give you a presentation about the slime molds, their reproduction, and what can you find around this month in a backyard near you. So, recent events. So we have a consortium talk on the golden oyster mushroom on June 5th. Be sure to take advantage of that opportunity and that wonderful wealth of knowledge that is the consortium talks available for us. Then I want to invite you to come to Mount Rainier Nature Center on Sunday, June 21st, where we are going to be doing a DNA extraction and PCR reaction of some of the samples that have been collected around us and send them to sequence. So if you're interested in contributing to the knowledge of what lives in the greater DMV area, please come and help us out. And then on July, our July monthly meeting, it's going to be about the saprophytic fungi by none other than Bill Jewell. All right, so we had a MAW team. We had the MAW team win the foraging trivia night. Martin, would you be open to tell us a little bit about that night? Martin?
Yes, the Folger put on a trivia night. April was contacted because of her work in foraging. The trivia night was based on foraging, and we had April and Natalie, a friend of April's who's into foraging, in the back there behind April. I forgot his name, but he brought his mother, and that's my friend Angeline there. There were, I don't know, probably 12 teams, and there were 6 categories of trivia questions. And I don't know if I contributed much of anything, but I must have given at least one good answer. But in the end, we were tied and we had a runoff. And the runoff was actually a tie. It was a question about when the Japanese gave the cherry trees to the nation, and it just so happened that our guess, no one had any really strong feelings about when it happened, was closer to the actual date of 1921, and so we won. We got free tickets. Angelina and I went to see Twelfth Night, and it was great. I don't know if the other people have or not. That's all I got.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right. We also had Mushroom ID walk in Rock Creek Park. And thanks to this amazing wet weather, we were able to see a nice variety of mushrooms, some small chanterelles, white jellies, milk caps, platterfuls, herbella. Our amazing Matt Cohen was leading that walk, and he plans to lead more on Rock Creek. So please stay tuned to the calendar. Some other dates that you might like to save in your calendar is June 29 for the MAW DC picnic. This has been in the works for quite some time, so thank you for the board members. Thank you to the board members who have been working on it. This year it's going to be at the Carderock Pavilion, and the details will be posted in the website. Thursday 28th to Monday September 1st is the hottest weekend of the year. It is our MAW DC retreat at Sequanota, and the guest mycologist this year, it's going to be Catherine Aim of Purdue University and Bill Jewell from Pennsylvania. So we are starting Thursday evening. This registration is going to open mid-June, so please stay tuned to the website. The tickets are a hot item, and we want to make sure that you are able to snag one. In October 12th, we'll have the Mushroom Fair at Brookside Gardens. And if you want to get involved, please, I encourage you strongly to get involved. And please reach out to April Thompson, our vice president at vp@mawdc.org, to help organize this fantastic event. Outside of the club events that you may want to join is the West Virginia 4A, August 1st to 3rd. The EPA 4A at Mount Alto, date to be announced, August 8 to 10. The CPA 4A in Alexandria, Pennsylvania. And Bill Jewell will be the guest mycology there also. September 11 to September 14, the NAMA 4A in Vermont. Our wonderful representative Martin Livesi will be there. September 18 to 21st, the NEMF 4A in Ithaca, New York. September 20th in West Pennsylvania, Linkoff 4A, and that's going to be in North Park, Pennsylvania. And September 6 to 7, Mushroom Festival in Kenneth Square. I have to mention also that during the entire month of September, we will be celebrating the Mushroom Month at Mount Rainier Nature Center. So please stay tuned to the website for all the wonderful things coming your way. And then July 20th to 26th is the Eagle Hill Institute. And the focus will be in discomycetes and pyranomycetes. And August 3rd to 9th, the Eagle Hill Institute also. The focus will be in edible and medicinal mushrooms. All right, so we have we've been compelled to share that we have a strong social media presence. And if you take a little look tonight, we'll see that change in our slides. You will be able to see our social media in the bottom of the slides when we present to you at the monthly meetings. But the links are also here, and our fantastic membership director will be pasting those links in the chat for your convenience. Thank you, Tom. So wherever you engage, we should have a presence there already. If we don't, let us know. And please engage with us through your social media. All right, Tom, this is all you.
Thank you, Saranella. So usually we have lots of fungi in the news items, but for some reason it's been a pretty quiet month out there. So we just have a few things. And you can head to the next slide. First up, there is, you've probably all heard about white nose disease, which is a fungal pathogen that, or it's the result of a fungal pathogen affecting bats in North America. And it's caused by a fungus called, and I hope I don't trip over this, Pseudogymnoascus destructans. It has turned out that there are not, it's not one species, it's two species. So now there's a lot of concern that the second species, which has not arrived in North America, could really wreak more havoc on the bat population. This is a pathogen that arrived in New York. It has now spread to 40 states and 9 Canadian provinces, and it has caused the most dramatic wildlife mortality event that's ever been documented from a pathogen. It has killed millions and millions of bats. So a lot of concern about this. I'm going to post links, by the way, to all of these news stories in the chat afterwards, and this story from the New York Times will be a gift article, so you can read it even if you don't subscribe to the New York Times. And if you head to the next slide, this was something that was forwarded by Martin, actually, just showing that this same issue is sort of causing high alert in Europe, where that fungal pathogen does not kill bats, but there's a lot of concern about it. This is from a university in Wiesn, Germany, pointing out the same problem. And heading to the next slide, this is a little sensational. I almost didn't include it, but every time I looked up news about fungi or mushrooms, this popped up every time. There's a woman in Australia, Erin Patterson, who has been accused of intentionally poisoning quite a number of her relatives using death cat mushrooms, which she cooked into a beef Wellington. And there's this big trial now going on in Australia. If you look at Australian news or news from the BBC, you will see this pop up quite frequently. It's a trial that's going on right now. So if you do prepare beef Wellington, please leave out any pathogenic fungi. Don't serve them to your relatives. But I guess the jury is still out, literally, on what's going to happen here. And then the last item, this isn't really a news item, but this was sent to me by a friend in Pennsylvania, and I thought, well, this is kind of cool. So there's a magazine called Orion, which is a nature and culture publication that has a great online presence, and their summer 2025 issue is called "The Future is Fungi." And there are essays in here by Maria Popova and Merlin Sheldrake and many other people whose names you might recognize. And some of these essays are now available for free online. So I will post the link to this in the chat. It really looks like a cool issue. This is not even a publication I was familiar with. So that's all for fungi in the news this month.